The following game has not been rated by the ESRB. However, it does contain light to moderate amount of combat, as well as things exploding and an active volcano, which, well, kills everything that is not hiding. So, figure probably around, if it were to get an ESRB rating, probably around teen or so. So, with that in mind, anyone under the age of 13 or so probably should not be watching this video. Also, furthermore, this game is technically still in early access. That means this game is not complete. So therefore, what you will see in the following video may not reflect the final product that is eventually finished. You have been warned. Greetings and salutations, I am Outlier and I bid you welcome to this channel. Joining me today is of course my usual co-hosts, Snowball and Wolf. And today we are returning back to Volcanoids. So the premise of Volcanoids is that you are, for all intents and purposes, an explorer, sent to a volcanic island that used to be settled by your people, and they were forced to flee it because the volcano erupted, setting out a pyroclastic flow which pretty much killed everybody on the surface, and arguably underneath the surface, or basically anywhere in, on, and under the island. Was wiped clean by fire and ash. And decades have passed since they've had to flee, and you have been sent, alone or with other people if you're playing multiplayer, to explore the island and determine whether or not it's safe enough to resettle. And right off the bat, almost as if the captain of the submarine in charge of your little expedition knew that they were there in the first place, you are attacked by a group of mechanical entities known as Cogs. And you essentially, if you're playing in single player like I am, fighting a one-man war against an innumerable army of ever-replaceable machine robot warriors. And the only solace that you have in your fight against an innumerable robotic horde, as well as the island itself, because not only does the volcano still erupt, it does so both frequently and regularly. Where's that regularly and frequently? Does it matter? Now, I was saying the only solace and protection that you have against these threats that are both terrifying and awe-inspiring is a semi-mobile, highly customizable factory base known as a drillship, which you technically steal from the Cogs themselves. That's the name for the robot horde. I don't think I actually mentioned that this video, but that's their official name. I don't know if it's an acronym for something or they're just named because while they're still robots, they are clockwork based as opposed to digitally advanced, cybernetic, positronic, whatever fill in the blank scientific-ish term you wish. That's what an advanced robot would be. These aren't them. These are gear-based clockwork automatonic creations. And yes, I'm fairly certain I just invented slash murdered 3 to 4-ish words there, but the Holy Book of Diction, even the all-encompassing one, can only go so far. For those who haven't seen any of the prior episodes, I've taken my drill ship across 2/3 of the island so far, not only attacking Cog-owned and operated drill ships, but also fixed emplacements known as laser drills, which are run by the Cogs to mine the volcano for, I'm assuming, some sort of energy source and slash war materials. But so far I've taken out 2 of the 3 laser drills, and while that hasn't caused any relief from the volcano, it certainly made 2/3 of the island less hostile to, well, me. And I am in the process of technically trying to get access to the 3rd one to destroy it, and I'm assuming both ending the Cog threat and the volcanic threat simultaneously. The only problem is that in order to get to it, I have to swim through a river of lava, which the Auger, which is what I call the drill ship unofficially because I can't officially name it yet, is a massive river of lava which, if I send the Auger through there, it will melt before it can get to the other side. So in order to get through there, I would actually need to upgrade the hull of the Auger to that, so that way it can withstand the extreme temperatures of the lava, or at the very least, temporarily survive the extreme temperatures of the lava long enough to actually cross. And unfortunately, my only path for upgrades and research in general is from the Cogs themselves. I'm not running a scientific wing for my military. It's literally a one-man war, and any technological advancements or resources, high-end resources, I should say, that I have, I either need to farm from the island in terms of basic resources, or if I need advanced technology, I have to basically salvage / steal it from the Cogs directly. And the only drill ship currently on the map that has the tech that I need to get to the 3rd drill is what I like to call the flagship. It's a technically, it's still flagged as a Tier 3 military drill ship, but it's essentially a Tier 4 drill ship, armed to the teeth, and the one time that I had to fight it, I had to quickly flee because the terrain was against me, and it was more heavily armored than the Auger was, and armed, actually. It was more heavily armed than the Auger was, and the Auger took a beating, so it was either risk losing the Auger, which basically is a death sentence out on the island, because I have absolutely no idea where the fixed splash shelters are in the 3rd area, and there are many of them in areas 1 and 2, truth be told. But I'm rambling, and that's a moot point. But I would also lose the manufacturing capabilities of the Auger, and I'm not certain this deep in the game, if I lose the Auger, how easy it would be to, from where I was currently standing in hostile Cog territory, find a new one to replace the Auger. Probably not easily, given the fact that while on the hardest of difficulties you have to end up stealing an active drill ship, for the standard difficulty, which I believe is currently on in easy mode, the game just hands you one, and I'm not certain if it's willing to do that multiple times. To be fair, I've never actually lost the Auger in-game. I'm too overprotective of it. In fact, if it takes too much damage, I basically start fleeing as opposed to trying to defend it even further. At least at this point. I should point out that this game is still technically classified as being an early access title. That means that the developers are in active development of the game, and while it's not a case that every week or so, every time I turn around, they have a new patch with a new update with new shiny toys ready to download, and every playthrough is completely different, there are periodic updates that do change how certain things work and some of the tools that I have access to. And as such, while there is enough to play and actually make videos of, I should point out that in its incomplete state, what you see in this video may not fully reflect the final version of this game. And as such, with that out of the way, this game is of course made by Thank you again. And that being said, let us begin. Okay, so here we are. This is the Auger. For those who saw last episode, you would know that the Auger was, well, in the middle of being repaired because it got the snot kicked out of it from the flagship. In fact, I think, one of these days I'm going to remember to actually install the periscope. One of these days. Probably not right now, but I've managed to finish upgrading the Auger and fixing it in between last episode and now. So, if I go in here, the major things that I did was basically put in pistol turrets next to the mortar turrets just for added extra defense. In hindsight, I probably should have put the mortar turret here and then the pistol turret here because this is the middle of the Auger, so that makes much more sense. But for right now, this is how I have it set up. If it turns out to be a case that the pistol turrets on the Auger are basically useless, I'll probably figure out what else to do. So in the third carriage, the third section or carriage, second carriage, it's front, first carriage, second carriage, back. So in the second carriage is basically the first carriage just mirrored backwards in terms of turrets. I did put in a power plant here because with all the turrets installed and everything that I can have on, because I currently have more stuff built into the Auger than the core will allow, so I can't turn everything on at once. But basically, I have the research module right here and an extra power plant, because with everything on, the current power plants on the roof of the second carriage and back couldn't generate enough power to power the Auger. At least until once the batteries ran out. But after that, I have sniper turrets and submachine gun turrets on the outer sides of the carriage. And both on the fore and back sections, I have Gatling turrets. And while I have doors on the front section, in the very back, which I've turned into a small little quarters, truth be told, I have shotgun turrets. And at the upper level of all of them, I have gunnery seats, which should, I believe, be tied to the turret that's directly in front of. So this turret is tied, you can't really see it because I'm actually below ground, is tied to this turret. I think I got the orientation correctly. I don't really spend much time on the back end of the Auger. I probably should, but it's a very long walk through a whole bunch of doors, and while I could not have the doors here and not have all these walls, I like having the doors and walls. It gives a feeling of it being a submarine, even if it's below ground as opposed to underwater, and I find the whole design and aesthetic of it aesthetically pleasing, so that's how I design everything. But again, this is the front of the first carriage, so sniper, submachine gun. Now at the very front of the Auger, I have two Gatling turrets and the doors. Now, I should point out, in between last episode and now, while I was gathering up spare resources to finish construction of everything, I may have melted both door modules again. So anyway, if I go to the periscope, this is my target. This is the flagship military drill ship, and actually now that I look at it, it's not a tier 4, there's no second carriage here. So it's actually just the front, the carriage, and then the back, although it's more heavily armed than your standard tier 3 military drill ship. It has mortar turrets as opposed to just standard Gatling and pistol, although I think even those still have mortar turrets as well. It doesn't help that it's currently on an area known as Cogs Hills, which the game wants me to go to the next closest area, Lakeview, but if I go to Lakeview, as you can see, that I believe is the target. It's actually on top of a hill. Now, the flagship drill ship actually switches between Cog Hill and Lakeview in between eruptions, and the next one will erupt in just over 16 minutes. So my original plan was to wait until the flagship popped up at Lakeview and then show up at Cog Hill, hopefully have the terrain advantage to my side this time. But since I played through too many eruptions, or not enough eruptions, you could argue, in between episodes, it's back at Cog Hill. So I have to wait for another 16 more minutes before it goes back to Lakeview and it can begin the assault, hopefully. However, that's not my only option. I do have, well, while going around exploring and looking for resources, I did discover a neat little thing. If I head all the way down over this way, yeah, this way, down this little path, there's actually a wreckage for a Tier 4, it does flag it as a Tier 4 drillship, interesting. But anyway, there's a wreckage for a Tier 4 military drillship right here, and if the random number gods are nice and benevolent and helpful, there's a chance I would assume that the part that I need, the titanium hull parts, will show up here automatically. And in fact, while I've gotten mostly titanium scrap from there, I did find Tier 4 tracks. So technically, if I want, I could go to an area that I'm not under constant threat of attack by, and actually upgrade the tracks right now. Even although I would need 10 Tier 3 allied, 2 Tier 3 refinery intel, and 2 Tier 3 production intel, of which I have 7 Tier 3 alloys, although some iron in order to make more, as well as some titanium ore to make more titanium, so I can always make more of these, although the production facilities, I believe, will be making more of these first, although it's the refinery that does this, so as soon as it's done, I'm assuming turning all of the titanium ore into titanium ingots, start working on this, assuming these haven't eaten it all yet, although I only need 9 plus 16, that's 25, 35? Yeah, I only need 35 more ingots to max out all of these, and then 20 more for these, which would be all of the titanium. So I'm probably not going to get 20 titanium bullet casings. But I do have enough refinery and production intel. Probably should get more refinery intel, but oh well. Why is something sparking? Something's still damaged. No, it's just you doing your thing. And you can't do your thing because we're currently underground, and that actually is damaged slightly. I did not notice that. One problem with having each individual part having its own health bar is I don't always catch when specific small little chunks like these wall pieces are actually damaged. Like, for instance, this door is like at half health. Well, the wall it's attached to is perfectly fine, as is that door. So, fun stuff there. Also, I can't remember if it made it last episode or in between episodes or whatnot, but I now have access to titanium armor. So let's just go and equip a set of that. And we get 6 points of armor, always fun. Also, I did change the dispenser a little bit. Instead of dispensing grenades and, well, demolition charges and grenades, which I should actually pick up more of. And health packs, I have it switched to breach kits and module repair kits, but still health packs. Also, I managed to gather 512 coal. Because the Auger ever hungers for coal. Anyway. Yeah, it's a Tier 3 research drill ship. That right there. Another problem that I have is that the flagship isn't out here alone. There are other drill ships nearby, and I believe once I pop up, like for instance this refinery one isn't all that far. Flat Trail isn't all that far from Cog Hill, and I'm fairly certain that once I show up and start engaging the flagship, the cogs from this drill ship will start attacking. In fact, it's got a mortar turret, and it looks like... Still wish that there was a zoom for the periscope. That looks like a submachine gun module. Actually, it's telling me that in the lower corner. I just realized. That's a mortar turret. Now I wonder. If I go over here, pop up here. That's weird. It moved to Lakeview without me realizing it. That's interesting. I didn't realize it did that. So anyway, on each side, and unfortunately, it's not a case that if I go over here or even here, I can see the other side of the drill ship. Every soft-ground area that I can stick the periscope up out of only has a fixed spot. But anyway, so it looks like at least for one side, it's got a Gatling turret, mortar turrets, and a submachine gun turret, which is interesting. I would have guessed it would have had a sniper turret. But it doesn't, so I guess arguably my sniper turret should technically outrange their turrets. If I get close enough to engage in drillship upon drillship combat. I don't think I've ever actually gotten that close, although Cog Hill is relatively close to Lakeview, so maybe. Anyway, it's also got a research module, a small production module, a couple doors, a larger production module, as well as a drill, storage module, power, storage, power, and another power. And I can't really see what's on the other side, but I'm assuming the defenses are going to be exactly the same. On top of that, there's a whole bunch of cogs running about, and I'm fairly certain that the drill ship, much like every other drill ship in this game, has the ability to spawn more. As opposed to in the past, when, before they had the respawning chambers, the drill ship would have a fixed number of cogs. You kill all the cogs, the drill ship digs back underground to pick up more. Unless you were inside of it, in which case, for some reason, it couldn't flee. Not that I'm complaining. Right, so let's go to a safer area real quick. I'm gonna go pick up this because I always need more titanium. So my assault plan, since it's now at Lakeview, and I'm assuming it's going to pop back up at Cog Hill, is to wait for the eruption to happen, and before the flagship can show up, pop the Auger up out at Cog Hill, so that way I basically claim the spot before they can. Another thing that I'm going to do, which I don't usually do, but I'm going to have the Auger pop back up here at the mountain view real quick. And because I'm going to turn on all the turrets and storages and power, and then go back down. So that way when I come back up at Cog Hill, or at worst case Lakeview if need be, I can basically just show up and be ready to go and not have to turn everything on manually, which in a combat situation is probably a bad idea. Yeah, I would have expected the Tier 4s to have a second carrier, but oh well. Alright, so I open up storages, well, power storage, and then refining, manufacturing, research. I know I do turrets next, but if I do turrets, all my shotgun turrets can't turn on because I am at maximum 4 slots. So if I head all the way back down, yeah, see, so these turrets are on. These turrets are on. These turrets are on. Why does it sound like somebody's shooting something? Okay, so the back turrets aren't on. Well, 2 mortars and a pistol. I'm sorry. 2 snipers and a submachine gun turret are on. But the 2 mortars and the 2 pistols aren't. Neither are the Gatling turrets and the shotgun turrets. So with the manufacturing, research, and refinery modules in place, I don't have the ability to turn on half the turrets. I'm going to make 2 turrets and a chest real quick. Not turrets, periscopes and a chest real quick, just for fun. Also, I should probably grab the demolition charges and grenades. More grenades. Always need more stuff. Where are the grenades? There they are. And I didn't grab the thing that I wanted to grab. Also, grab one more thing of armor. The periscopes and the chest. There's one thing that I did find, and I should probably not be doing this above ground because I got less than 5 minutes left. So what I'm going to do is get back, come on. Turn off research, manufacture, and refining, and turn on the rest of the turrets. So without those on, I'm at 155 core slots and running at 64 energy, whereas the power plant's generating 80. So all the turrets should now be on. I just double check that real quick, even though I know I said I need to go back down. But it doesn't take 5 minutes to drop the auger. Yep, all the turrets are now on. Just gonna put that there real quick. Just so that way I have a periscope in the crew quarters. Come up here, set the other periscope right here, and that a little bit closer. Just so that way I can put this here. Alright, so I'm just going to drop the drill ship with everything that's still active. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I put this chest in here, and this chest is here. I'll leave it blue. Because while in between last episode and now I was finishing upgrades of everything, I discovered where are they? That my old pistol and shotgun weren't destroyed. I'm apparently missing a whole bunch of high-powered ammo rounds. I could have sworn I had like 2 stacks in these things. So my spare guns and ammo I'm going to put on the front of the auger, because if I get taken out, everything that I have equipped with me gets left behind. So rather than risking every end, which means I wouldn't have any guns. So my plan is, and also in case if I get taken out and there's like Cogs back there, can run up here, get a bunch of spare guns, and still have something to defend myself with. So now that the volcano is about to erupt, let's actually head back to Cog Hill. And just for fun, the equipment that I have is a sniper rifle, armed with explosive bullets, but I only have 20 of those because that's all that was made. So the minigun, and the mortar, which I actually have explosive bullets for. Also the spare titanium armor and all that fun stuff. Now that I have the periscope here, I can just pop it up and see that. And it's kind of hard to see the volcano because of this trees in the way, but the volcano's back there, and this is the track that the flagship left behind. And boom. Alright, so there was the mushroom cloud. This now Great Death, as I call it, is the pyroclastic flow, which is what actually kills people. So now that that's erupted, I have to wait until it's safe. Now that it's safe, I pop up here at Cog Hill. Alright, now the fog is going to be a problem, because I can't really see with all the fog. I'm assuming whatever the Auger uses for external sensors, so that way the turrets can detect enemy cogs and start shooting them, would be here. And it looks like the enemy drillship is up and running. So if I head to the turret, I can't see where it's not. Periscope is the same. Although the enemy drillship is 147 meters that way. So I wonder if I hop in one of my... Battle's begun. So if I hop into one of my sniper turrets, I can't even see it. But it sounds like the mortar turret's opening a fire. Now it looks like it's actually behind me. That's interesting. And it looks like the fight's happening on the other side. Yep, so if I can do this... Okay, the drillship is definitely taking fire. Of course, it's also giving as good as it's getting. Okay, that's their turret. Low. Okay, that might have hit something. I think that hit something. Alright, there goes my armor. Back it up a little. Okay, there's a lot of them there. There goes that set of armor. Probably should have brought this up. I can't run with the minigun equipped. Sniper rifle just don't work that way. Alright, there goes the Zio. My armor and health, and apparently running low on ammo. Reload real quick. I know I should technically be picking up all this stuff, but still. And inside I go. Alright, I think I clogged that door. So I saw somebody coming in up here. That's gone. I'm assuming the front is fine. Are there any... Nope. What about back here? There that goes. There's nothing else back here. Just walking through the dead bodies. Alright, and I'm still hearing more, as I said. I'm guessing. They're either coming in from a different drill ship, or there's another chamber that I'd missed. But, let's just put that there. Put that there. I mean, this is the back. So... I mean, that's all gone. Let me just put on a new set of armor, just in case. Wrong one. Set you there. Set you there. Is there anything in this? Okay, so we came from up here, so there's gotta be... Oh, there you are. See, another one of these guys up here. Put you there. Put you there. Walk over here. Press the boom thing. Set this here. Walk back out this way to see all the fun stuff that I hit. Press this. And then get out because it's about to explode. And we're good. I just take this track. Take this research module apparently. Take the hull, which I actually need, as well as the drill, which I definitely want. And just basically carve up the entire thing as much as I can. And I know that there was a whole bunch of loot and all that fun stuff. But my pockets are only so big and I can only carry so much stuff. And if I have to choose between the things that I need and just random extra knickknacks, much as I would prefer the extra knickknacks, I'm getting my stuff, I'm getting what I need, and I'm heading out. Alright, so I have 8 rounds of explosive sniper rifle ammo left. 532 rounds of minigun ammo left. And 21 explosive mortar rounds. On top of that, I also have 1 suit of titanium armor left, 8 demolition charges, 20 grenades, and 9 health packs. So I know that the majority of the damage came to this side. What is... Okay, so that's somewhat damaged. These turrets are straight up gone. As is his power plant's damaged. So I lost what looks like a sniper and a submachine gun turret. But I gained everything that I need to press on. So what I'm going to do is, I could technically walk into the big old hole that they made in the Auger. But I'm not going to sit around here and just sit around willy-nilly. I'm going to shove all these stuff back in. Well's that. And the quest is finished because I have the parts that I need. So I'm going to shut everything down and drop the Auger below ground because this is still hostile territory. And while the flagship is probably the most dangerous drill ship on the island, there are still other drill ships. And I don't want to fight, and I don't want to come across any more of those guys, especially with a very large hole in the hull. And especially with 11 minutes before the next eruption happening. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this titanium. Yeah, and as soon as I dive below ground, another flagship appears. Just assuming that's the case. I'm definitely hearing it. Alright, there we are. And a new one spawns. Literally, as I have carved up the remains of its former companion. I mean, technically, its remains are right there, but as soon as I leave, a new one shows up to take over. But I got what I needed from it, so let's beat a hasty retreat back to the harbor, which was, and forever will be, in my opinion, the safest spot on the island for humans. And refit the auger and repair it and, upgrade it, because I now have upgraded tracks and the drill and the hull, so although if memory serves, I do need quite a bit of titanium to actually upgrade everything. But hopefully I should have a good bit of titanium. If not, then, well, yeah, Mountain, they've gotten wind as to what I was doing, and they positioned a military drill ship right here. They didn't actually do that because of what I did. There's always going to be a drill ship that spawns in areas 1 and 2 even after I've pacified them. It just randomly shows up at different locations. I'm not quite certain why it's there. They don't really send out cog teams to assault you if you're above ground. I think it's more of a case that if you lose your existing drill ship and you have to start from scratch, there's going to be at least one drill ship in each area that you can hit up for parts. And speaking of parts, I'm not only going to come in here and just grab everything out of here, as well as some coal, and shove everything in here, including this thing. Wow, that's actually a lot of tracks. I'm hearing something. Did some cogs make their way in? I mean, it doesn't sound like cogs. It sounds like something's damaged. Which would be accurate. I mean, they blew a hole in the thing. They also broke that power plant. Luckily, I have a spare power plant. No, no cogs in here. I think the game auto-removes them if you dive below ground. Also, can't remember when exactly I did this, but I do have the upgraded pickaxe, as well as the handsaw, and for some reason it keeps the standard pickaxe. Don't quite know why, but it's there. So yeah, definitely going to need to fix things. Did I lose? This power plant's still intact, as is this one. Alright, so to actually upgrade everything, I am going to need 3 diamond drill parts. Do I have 3 diamond drill parts? And 10 T3 alloy. The hull, going to need also 10 T3 alloy, 2 Intel refinery and production, as well as 1 titanium hull parts. And the advanced tracks will require refinery and production as well. And 1 advanced track parts. Problem is, I only have a 3 tier 3 refinery to my name. And I'm going to need, what is this? 3 refinery, 5 refinery, 7 refinery. I guess the next quest is actually install it. Yep, so titanium hull. The time is now. We're finally able to upgrade the drill ship to a point where we can reach the volcano core and shut it down. We have to travel through the magma channels in order to reach the depths of the volcano, produce final hull upgrade with the use of the titanium drill parts we got from the Cogs flagship. Yeah, even the game calls it the Cogs flagship. Alright, so I'm going to have to go back to Area 3 real quick and see if I can scavenge up a bunch of broken refinery bits. And that's research. Production. Yeah, there's a refinery salvage here and here. I don't know if I can actually make it in about 4 minutes, but even if the volcano goes off, all it does is just reset everything. So if it's not there now, well, if it's not there before, hopefully it'll be there afterwards. In fact, here's one right here, and it's got a furnace. I mean, the furnace I can use to turn into T3 research. I don't actually need the refinery, I just need the research, which can be produced from either the broken refinery, active refineries, tier 3 cog heads. That's a manufacturing one. These little things, I mean, if I really wanted to, I could actually hit this drill ship here at Cogs Beach, which is a refinery drill ship, and basically break it up for parts. It should get me refinery chunks that I need. However, the flagship's still there, and I'm fairly certain they would send reinforcements. And I got 3 minutes left. I'm not about to assault anything, because in about 2 minutes, I think there's another one. There's another one there. About 2 minutes, everything is just going to go back underground, and the volcano will explode. Is there anything in the tunnels? Or that cave system, I should say. Where is the nearest entry point? I think I would know this by now, given how much exploring I did, but no, I don't. Ah, there's one. Right, any wrecks down here of note? Just gonna grab the scrap metal. It's always good for titanium. There's actually 3 wrecks over here. Of course, this might actually be an area 2, so there's 2 wrecks. Back over this way. Just try not to melt the Auger. It's already damaged enough. Yeah, there's 1 tier 3 destroyed module, so that's 1 thing of research that I can get from that. Also, I can technically take the tier 2 and tier 1, well, take the tier 1 research that I have in storage, turn some of it into tier 2, and same with tier 2 to tier 3. I got like 10 production, so I'm not too worried about that. Yeah, these guys are still here for some strange reason. Yeah, that's the alert to pack up and go. And they're not leaving. I guess they're waiting for a few people, but every drill ship, for whatever reason, seems to leave Cogs behind. I guess they just walk, can't get back until it's too late. So anyway, this drill ship goes away, and it did actually leave 2 people behind. At least 2. And things are starting to get exciting and interesting and volatile. And as I've usually stated before in prior episodes, you know, you might think that the pyroclastic flow is the worst thing on the island, and that if you're hidden underground, it's not an issue because it only travels above the surface. But you would be wrong, because boom, wall of lava. Surprised it doesn't actually melt the periscope, but it doesn't. Anyway, let's head back to the wrecks. More stuff respawned. So grab that, grab this, and the coal, and the diamonds if I can fit it. I can fit the diamonds, interesting. Always need more titanium and diamonds. Generally more titanium than diamonds, truth be told. I mean, diamonds are like sulfur and crystal. They're used for explosives and ammo, whereas the titanium is used for, well, everything. Alright, so I can't pick up any more diamonds outside unless I go back down to basic drill ship storage and just start pulling coal out of the main storage and just dumping it into this thing. Go back and pick up these 2 diamonds because I don't like leaving resources behind. And here's the other one that I need. That's what? I don't think I actually have listed how many destroyed modules I got. I mean, I got 3 there, so that's 6. I'll grab 1 more. I think I should be good. Also grab this furnace just because. Okay, so where are the wrecks? No refinery module here. Just sneak through there. Grab this coal. Alright, I'm actually heading in the wrong direction. Grab this coal because the Auger ever hungers. And this coal as well. Picked up another furnace, but no refinery. So let me head back to the harbor once I pick up these diamonds. Yeah, and there it is back at Cog Hill. Like nothing ever happened. Still, I got what I needed, I hope. If not, then, well, I know where the new one is to take out that one. I know that I can take it out. Probably not from Lakeview. That, I think that issue was more terrain than anything else. and pick up this iron because while I'm fairly certain I have enough iron plates to repair the submachine gun turret, I don't know exactly how much iron I have. And plus, if memory serves, the Tier 3 alloy requires titanium and iron. And if I don't have spare iron, I can't make the alloy, which I also need for parts. Yeah, I know, got a lot of coal. Auger ever hungers. Sulfur is the one material I have an excessive abundance of. That's the drill ship that guards the first area. See, it's a tier 2. You can just basically walk up to it and it falls over and it dies. That's not exactly accurate. I still have to do, at the very least, the minimum of effort to take it out. But it shouldn't be too problematic. Not with high-powered sniper rifles and handheld mortars and a Gatling gun, which I do need more ammo for everything. And I don't think I actually need more copper, so let's just get back to the harbor. Alright, so it hasn't gone green yet, so I do have plenty of time. Of course, we still have plenty of time once it does go green. So, I don't need the turrets up and active, so I'm just going to open power storage and then the manufacturing. Because again, with all the turrets, I can't actually turn everything on all at once. Because unlike the hull, the drill, and the tracks, there's no tier 4 core. Alright. Oh, that's interesting. I only have 2 drillship parts. Two diamond drill parts. So if I want the diamond drill, I think I actually have to assault the drill ship again. That or hope for the best. Anyway, so let's head all the way back here. Alright, and I probably should have grabbed more repair kits. Because while I did lose a couple turrets, the Auger took more damage than that. This side seems fine. I think it was the left-hand side that actually took the brunt of the fighting. Yeah, this power plant took a hit. Good excuse not to have all my power plants on one side. Even the refinery, which is on the opposite side from where we got attacked, took a hit. That one's good. The actual internal components seem fine. This door is damaged. This wall piece took a hit. This wall took a hit. Took several by the looks of it. And now we get to the part that actually is damaged. Nearly lost the floor. And I'm actually once again out of repair kits. Just pop open the windows just to get some fresh air, even though there's a big old hole in the drill ship, so I should be actually be getting plenty of fresh air. Grab more of these. Grab all of these. And I'm guessing I'm out of resources now to build more. Yeah, I am out of copper. So I may need to take a stop at the mine. And you're actually damaged as well. You're a breach kit. Even the front carriage took some hits. I know I saw something that didn't look at 100%. Oh, the ladder. Okay. Alright, so you get fixed, and that's all of my breach kits. I mean, let's be honest, it'd probably be faster if I just hit the back and I have access to storage back there. Okay, I was gonna say, where is it? Here it is. Where are my spare breach kits? There we are. Let's grab all of them. And fix the roof. Alright, you're good. Alright, so I'm going to need one submachine gun turret, one sniper turret, 2 gunner seats. I think that's actually all that got damaged. Oh, and the power plant. Forgot about the power plant. Okay, so one sniper turret and submachine gun turret. I'm actually out of copper pieces. And as I said, I should actually have put in a thing for a power plant, even though I don't think I have enough plates and tubes for it anymore. Well, I will, hopefully, eventually, probably, maybe not. Stick all of these in here, just so that way, you know, then on the front one in case that explodes. Of course, they're all going to be in the same one, though. Alright, so it actually has, well, I mean, it's only factoring in the hull, and it's in the process of smelting titanium alloy. Am I even walking in the right direction? Yes, I am. Just gonna run out and grab some copper. I should actually be heading straight towards it. There it is. Haven't found an iron, crystal, or titanium or diamond mines yet, but found at least 2 coal mines. I know where the sulfur mine is, even if I've never actually bothered to explore it. So out of all the resources I need most, it's actually copper, the one thing that I have access to from the very beginning, that I need the most. And to be fair, it's because a lot of the... looks like it actually made the final titanium ingot, that alloy ingot that it needed. So now all I got to do is actually make the hull. As I was saying, where are the stairs ladder down? Copper is the one thing that I generally need the most of. Oh, there it is. Because for all the basics like the repair equipment, the health packs, Stuff that I need to repair and reload, basically everything that I've been using throughout the whole of the game, still requires copper because there's no advanced version, or it's not a case where you can just simply swap out one for the other. It's not like ammo where there's multiple higher powered grades of it. So if you run out of the standard bullets, you can always make, once you have the drillship up to high enough level to actually produce them, higher grade ammo, which, you know, if you can produce the higher grade ammo, you're probably not going to produce the basic ammo because you need the higher grade stuff just to compete with the Cogs. Should also point out that with the advanced pickaxe, it's more efficient at gathering things. I mean, I didn't just whack one thing of copper. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 72 units of copper right now. Anything down here? Nope, I don't think so. I got less than 10 minutes left. I should probably be heading back up anyway. Even if there would be more copper over here. Oh! Scrap metal, repair kits, and a chest, which I can't fit in my pockets. But you know what? If I had to choose something to leave behind, it's going to be the chest. I can always build more chests. In fact, I have plenty of chests just sitting in the Auger that are completely empty. And since the Auger isn't as close as it could be at the safe grounds, I definitely want to be hightailing it back because I got over 300 meters to run back before I get to the Auger, and I have 9 minutes to do so. Which, to be fair, is plenty of time. And let's be perfectly honest about that part. I'm going to shove all of my copper in here. Same with these things. Yeah, I mean, the advanced refinery is just making a whole pile of stuff. It's actually out of titanium now. I should have enough tier 3 alloy for everything that I need. And it's made every thing of copper that it needs to do what it wants, so it's just basically refining the final last chunks of ore into ingots. And technically the scrap as well. So I definitely need more titanium still as well. Alright, so let's can upgrade both the tracks and the hull, but I'm missing one diamond drill part. So let me put in the pieces that got damaged. In fact, I also need 2 gunner seats as well. Where are... There they... No, that's a pilot seat. There they are. Gunner seat. Oh, hang on. I might actually have spares. Do I have spares? Anyway, one power plant, the submachine gun turret, and the sniper rifle turret. Alright, I'm not actually seeing spare gunner seats, so build 2 more. In fact, if I go to the refinery areas, I wonder if I swap these out. And put in I can't recycle the broken hull pieces, the tier 3 broken hull pieces. Oh, I can, but for crystal. I mean, they're in the way, so... Just to clear those guys out of inventory. Just hoping I could turn them into titanium. Right. Right. I forgot completely. Okay, so it's sniper here. And then submachine gun there, and power up top. And I did not grab the gunnery seats. Put you there. That to this one, put you there. Lock that to this one. Alright, we should be good there. Shut everything down, and drop the drill ship. Alright, so something I think is still slightly damaged, otherwise that health bar would be at maximum. But for right now, I'm just going to pick up this copper, just because it's on the way. Never know when I'm going to need copper. I'd always think that I no longer need copper anymore, and I have plenty good stockpile of it. And then it turns out that I don't actually have any, and I need more because the Auger's half dead, and I lack the resources to both repair equipment that I need to fix it. Also, there's always one random module that I just need more of that requires copper in some way. Same with iron, but generally not to the same extent as copper. Still, it's better to have a surplus than a deficit. That's true of most things. So where's their land bridge? There we are. Sneak down below ground. So memory serves, I haven't actually checked to see if a drill part had spawned at the rack. And with about 1 minute left before the next eruption, I want to check, just to be absolutely certain. Especially given the fact that I need one more drill part, and there it actually is. I needed one more drill part for the drill. I'll take you as well. And I didn't want to have to fight the flagship again for it. Not unless I absolutely have to. I mean, I know I can. I know it's quite possible. I just don't want to do it. Actually, some titanium. I take the land bridge back to Area 2.
grab this coal. Said grab the coal. Grab these crystals. Grab this coal. That's it. Way down. So what's that over there? But nothing. And then, okay, this would be more climatic if I actually got the timing right. But and then, boom. Again, mushroom cloud, probably a danger long term, at least for a long distance, but not a worry. The Grey Wall of Death, however, is. Alright, so I'm not sure I'd have enough drill parts to actually upgrade the drill as well as the hull and the tracks. So, now that the surface is safe, oh look, there was some coal right there. Just pop it back up. Open up power, storage, and the manufacturing capabilities. Because if I turn on all the turrets, I won't have enough core slots for... Why did I close that? For everything anymore, so... Alright, now we upgrade. So first thing we need is produce the hull. Which apparently is going to take forever. I guess it's a good thing I waited until the end of the eruption. Alright, so I'm guessing there's not going to be any quest to actually produce the tracks and the drill, although there may be. But it should take enough of a while that I can just put them in here and wait for everything. In fact, I actually have enough production facilities. You'd start the tracks, you start the drill. That way, rather than waiting for one thing to get done and then another thing to get done and another thing to get done, they can work on all of them simultaneously. It's still going to take forever, but high-end upgrades are like that. Alright, in the meantime, I could just check from here. Did they use any spare ammo? I'll take all my Gatling rounds that I got. But I'm not seeing spare sniper rounds. I'm going to have standard sniper rifle ammo here, but not the explosive kind, which is what I've been using. What's it take to make explosive sniper rifle ammo? Where is it? Oh, no, that's... oh, there it is. Yeah, so I don't have any in here. I need titanium bullet casings, of which I have none. Because the manufacturer of all things titanium has them actually be... that's iron. Has them actually be... is anybody making them? Alright. Get rid of these dials. There's iron. Yeah, they're being made right there. Okay, never mind. Gotta look at the gotta remember to look at the pictures. So anyway, the hull's at 70% produced, whereas the tracks in the drill are at 28 and 19 respectively.
You know, my one thought was to actually go out and do some light exploring, but
I mean, it still sounds like it's just a gray fog out there. Plus, that's the main reason why I was checking the ammo. Oh, fog's gone at the very least. Should look like there's some iron back. Huh, there is an iron mine. In a science laboratory. Yeah, if you can't tell, if you haven't seen any of the prior episodes, I don't really spend much time exploring the outside environment, mostly because by the time I get to an area, there are cogs literally everywhere. It is called Mountain View. I'd be surprised if it wasn't on a mountain. And I'm looking in the wrong direction for that mine. There is a cog drill ship directly over that way, though. I don't know if it's in between me and the mine, but I think the mine's right over there. And if it is, it's not like I'm unarmed. I'm just low on ammo for some things. Alright, so it looks like that the upgrade for the hull is now done. Let me just break this open. Oh, why hit it with a pickaxe when I have a saw for strapped to my arm? Alright, turn on the shoulder lamp because I think it actually is strapped to the shoulder and not the head. Take the ladder down. Leaping part of the way, I guess, and help myself to some arguably free iron. You know, I kind of expected once I got the upgraded cog pickaxe, the one that's made from cog parts, the one I'm currently holding, you know, I kind of half expected that once I picked that up, as long as I had it in inventory, I couldn't actually get the old pickaxe. But it's still there. Kind of weird, but oh well. Don't think there's any iron in here, at least not this time. I don't know if the collection points spawn randomly in here, or if it's always like the exact same spots. It's just like the stuff I find with the drill ship directly underground just auto respawns every time the volcano erupts. Did I go down here? I'm assuming the answer to that is yes. I say I'm not seeing any more iron spots, but one just flagged. I mean, I got, what, like 59 things of iron ore? Didn't really so much need iron ore, but it's more of a nifty little thing. And plus, there's also some crystal, a bunch of grenades. I got grenades. Said I have grenade. Fine. Like I said, I got grenades. I'll take the module kit and the Really? Want of 2 bullets. Take the repair kits as well. Alright, so out is this way. I do kind of wonder if the track and drill upgrades are also done. It seems kind of weird watching, looking at all the turrets and seeing that they're still, well, packed up. Of course, I'm used to being able to actually open up everything on the drill ship. So did I replace that power plant? Can I tell from... Yes. Yes, I did. I'll say, can I tell from the periscope? And yes, I can. And yes, I did. Didn't actually stop to look at
The auger from while it's up top through the periscope.
Anyway, that's enough of that. Upgrades. Where are the upgrades? There's the drill, there's the hull, there's the tracks. And before I do anything else, let's actually close these doors, because as soon as I put in the hull, I'm fairly certain I'm just going to, head back out. But the hull's in there, and that's the quest finished. And I'm guessing the next quest is laser destruction. So, laser destruction, the time has come to siege another important Cog structure. As we took down the previous laser device, we can be sure they improved defenses and guard the whole area. Be sure to bring enough ammo and explosives. It may take a lot of time to get to the crane legs as you fight your way through. You want to be sure the crane won't hide before eruption when you finally get to it. Okay, so I take that as a quest. And before I do anything else, upgrade for the tracks goes in, as does the drill. And there weren't any quests available to actually upgrade the tracks and the drill. Tracks look exactly the same. The drill, however, looks like that. Alright, so let's pack everything up and head back below ground. I think that at least the tracks around the cylindrical piece of the hull look different. And look at that, temperature's at maximum. So that means I should be able to just do this. $932 Fahrenheit. That's interesting. What about here? Oh, that's actually at maximum. So I don't technically have to worry about melting the drill ship anymore. Unless, I try to dig through something ridiculously hot, like this area right here. It's actually flagged as impossible. 2,000 some odd degrees. I'm not certain if at the line is enough to actually cause damage, but I'm not actually willing to find out. Because the last thing I definitely want to do is damage the drill ship even more. Apparently I can just travel below ground and get access to drill that way. Just keep heading this way. Grab you just because. Yeah, there's the Magnum Bridge. Guess it's cool enough I can cross here, but not there. Hot magma. And we're through. Grab this titanium because I always need more titanium. Cut clean through here. So yeah, I just gotta avoid the really orange and yellow parts of the magma, but other than that, it should be fine. And there's the laser device right there. I pop up here. There's definitely cogs here, so if I do pop up here, even if there's no other drill ship on standby right here, I definitely want to go in guns already active. Let's actually just do a little bit of exploring while I'm down here, just to see what actually is in here. What is down here? Okay, so they actually have another flagship down here as well. This lovely, lovely piece of deadly machinery. Just pass clean through here. Grab this scrap. That scrap. Down and around. Pick a direction, please. That's the way in. Alright, so this apparently is the heart of the volcano. I'm not really seeing anything else. Ah, that actually looks like it. So where do caves 2 and tunnels 3? Where does tunnel 3 and caves 2 play in? So I was always under the assumption that for the third drill area, I actually had to get down to the third area, which is what I needed the hole for. But apparently, everything's down on the same level. There's no way to get to level 3 unless that just isn't in the game yet. As I said, it's still in early access, so all fun stuff. But it looks like there's only one extra drill ship down in this area, down in this part. Like, how exactly do you get back to Area 1? I would assume that there would be like a lava bridge here, but it looks like it's still impassable, and that would melt the Auger trying to get back to Area 1 from 3. But moot point. So I guess I take down this laser device and see what happens from there. Best case, all the cogs shut down and the volcano is quiet, and they are able to resettle the island, and I win. Worst case, this is just the next step to another thing. But that's going to have to wait for another day, especially considering I only have 6 minutes until the next eruption. But at that note, I'm going to have to call it here.
Everybody stay safe from the plague, and have a good day.